guys, today I'm going to review the BMW Z4 from more of a racing perspective. There you go. First off, when you get inside this car, it feels really sporty, and even getting on the throttle, initially it does feel kind of dead down low, but once you start going, you'll find that the car does rev out pretty high, and then the higher you go, the more power you have in the power band, so that's pretty nice too. And then even to the steering, how direct it is, it's precise when you turn in. You don't have much feel for the road, but you do have enough turning radius and just direct control of where you point the car, I guess you can say. So today I'm at Palomar Mountain. This is in Southern California near San Diego, and it's a nice wine country mountain roads out here with a really technical back road mountain known as South Grade Palomar Mountain Road. So initially driving it, what you're gonna feel if you want to take this car on the back road, it feels planted all flat on the ground. You don't feel too much of the body roll, and that's actually due to the immense amount of low center of gravity this car actually has. Even turning in right here, it doesn't feel like it's gonna kick out, and right now I have DTC off and all the traction stability control off, and the car does feel planted. It doesn't feel too skittish. It doesn't feel like an older Miata. The car feels really planted, and so it really is confidence inspiring, what I have to say. Even coming uphill, you can downshift. It downshifts instantly. It doesn't quite rev match like some other cars out there, but it does do exactly what you want it to do when you want it to do it. So that's pretty nice too. And then after you get through the corner, you can just gas it or downshift, and then it'll pick up and go. So this is the kind of car that you'd want to take on these back roads, canyon roads, because it's the kind of car that can make it fun. You can take down the top, it's a Roadster. I think this is the perfect kind of car to use for any just personal sports car. You don't want to spend too much money on a car, but you want to have a nice one to drive around and enjoy. And the car does kick out if you want it to, if you put enough gas throttle down on the floor. And then even to the point of burnouts, you can just hit the brake down, put gas down. It'll spin like you want it to. You can even accelerate 0 to 60 pretty fast as well. So full throttle right now on that corner, you didn't feel like I was spinning whatsoever. So I'm at about 3,200 RPMs, and it does feel like it'll pick up and go still. It only has 255 horsepower, not too much, but it does pick up and go because the car only weighs about 3,200 pounds. So I think in all honesty, this car just feels like an easy, fun car to drive, and you can turn in the car. You feel no understeer whatsoever when I'm driving it right now. I'm not pushing it too hard, but the car does turn in exactly how you want it to. And then you could get this car to oversteer easily by just adding more throttle. So I'm in second gear, going back to about 7,000 RPM. Picks up and goes. You can downshift pretty quick. And the car just turns in, and it's not too, oh, there's water right here. Oh God. Now, if you love BMWs and you love the whole brand name and you love what you can do to them, I think this is an amazing car to get, to buy, to use. And this is the kind of car you can drive every day as a daily driver. Easy to drive, completely easy to drive. And then you can take it to these back roads whenever you like, and then just have a good time. And I think that's a really good benefit of having this kind of car. It's a really nice, easy car to drive, and it has all the sportiness that you want a car to have. Brakes too, so threshold braking in this car, you don't feel the ABS kick in too much. So I think if I could sum up the car right now, it feels like a Miata, but to a higher extent. It feels much more sporty, much more willing. The Miata, it feels like it's always on its limit, and it's good building, a good driver, but this is the kind of car you can use and push and have a nice time and not deal with all the oversteer and the unbalanced chassis the Miata has. So that's pretty nice right there. And the car, it feels planted. It feels like it has well-damped body roll on the car. Now this is kind of a different experience than being at the track per se. Yeah, you see that Prius right there? Jesus. Now this car doesn't feel quite like an M3, M4. It doesn't have the acceleration power or the braking power. But what this car does have, it has that ability that you need to master, which is momentum. This is the kind of car you learn how to keep momentum and keep the balance of power and acceleration through all the corners and on the straightaways, which is pretty nice in my opinion. So it really does help build a better driver, and it's just a car to have fun with. And this is the kind of car you can take to track days anywhere and just have a nice time. And it can be refined if you wanted to. It's perfectly able to do any of that. So it's pretty cool too. And the paddle shifter design on this car, if you were to compare it to various other cars out there, and I think the majority of all cars out there, the design is that you pull back the upshift and then on the right side, and then pull back on the left side of downshift. Now, this kind of car, it doesn't have that feature on it. It has its own unique paddle shifters that you pull back towards you to upshift, and then you push the button down and in to downshift. And initially, it doesn't seem quite intuitive, but once you start using it, and the more you actually downshift and upshift, it actually works pretty well, and you can do it one-handed and be mid-corner and easily downshift, upshift with one hand. So I think that really is actually a benefit, and it's unique. Most people don't actually see a sequential shifter setup just like that. So buying this car, you do have run-flat tires. I recommend changing those. I'm still using them right now just to give you an idea what a stock car can do. Now it is in sequential sport mode, which lets it be more responsive to pedal, input and acceleration and through shifting. So I think it's pretty hooked up and good there, but I think the run flats, they don't hook up exactly how you want it to. Yeah, it can get hot, get more sticky, but it doesn't flex and have that ability to put down power such as BF Goodrich or Michelin can quite do. So, and after driving in Michelin Sport Cup 2 tires, there really is no compromise through other kind of tires you can get. I think that's the best kind. So I think imagining putting that on this kind of a car, yeah, they cost really expensive. The tires are really expensive for the Cup 2s, but if you could put these on this car, I think it would be really hooked up, a really fun car to drive. But the good benefit of having run-flat tires, I think, on this kind of a car is that if you want the car to kick out sideways, you can easily do it, and you can do burnouts, anything you want to do. So I think it's a really well-refined car, well put together, and it's an extremely fun car to drive. So thanks for watching my video, and stay tuned next week for the next one.